talk a little bit about himself. And you should really bring all of your people on the call, and you should really take notes. You should really, let's say, like, open up your camera, because if I shut my camera and just start talking and talking, I don't know, it feels like a joke to me. Or if my camera is, it doesn't sound right to me if I mute myself, but my camera is on. So please do me a favor, every one of you, put your camera on, take notes, because note takers are money makers, as you always know. And I'm 100% grateful that we are able to work with such a high skilled person. So yeah, I was muted. It was a joke from my side. But yeah, Moin, I'm grateful for you, grateful that you will do the call for the team today. And guys, drop some B in the chat. Come on, drop some B in the chat for the one and only Moin Islam. Let's go.
Wow, this is incredible, guys. The energy, everything, what's happening right now. I'm super inspired. Um, Proud definitely is an understatement. I mean, I've seen people launch before, but I've never seen anything like this, and some people say, oh, maybe the company is good, but I have to say that the leadership is the top of the top, you know. And I got to know Gianluca, I got to know Miguel over the months, and I am really, really impressed by the level of leadership they have, and I've met so many other leaders as well. I will not be mentioning everyone's name, but wow, I am so impressed. And what can I say? I've been in this industry for almost a decade, and I've seen a different style of leadership. And in my opinion, what you guys built as a community, it literally tops everything I've seen. And this is not something to make you guys feel good. I'm genuinely impressed, right? So with that being said, first of all, Gianluca, thank you so much for this incredible introduction. And I want to welcome everybody on this call. And I want to congratulate everyone on this call for having the courage to begin again. Because I don't think that most people they lack courage to start something from zero again. And that's exactly what you guys are doing. So I'm so proud and impressed with every single one of you for making that decision to join here in B. And I will share some things with you today that will hopefully get your belief into this company a little bit higher than what you already believe in, right? Because I truly believe that leaders who believe the biggest, they have the biggest success. The bigger the success you're gonna have is directly connected to how big your belief is, right? And my job here is to really try to give you some information that I believe will take your belief to a whole different level. And what I love about this leadership is that they told me, Moin, you got to talk about the legality on this call, and I am going to talk about it. And I love it when leaders look at the legality of a company, because you cannot claim to be a long-term company if you're not on the right side of the law, right? A lot of leaders, they don't care about legality. They care about, oh, is the compensation plan great? Oh, what's in it for me, right? But the leaders who ask for legality, they understand that they are looking for a home. And they understand that most people in the beginning follow them, and they expect their leaders to make the right decision. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of people right now joining you, not because just like OB is great, but because they are joining you, they are trusting on your decision that you made the right decision to be here. And so I am going to talk about one of the biggest thing we are proud of as a company is the legal foundation that we have. But before that, let me just share a little bit about myself. My name is Moin. I grew up in UK alongside my siblings. And unfortunately, I was one of those people who didn't get the opportunity to complete even my high school, right? I was growing up in a foster home, and by the time I turned 15, I had no choice but to start getting a job, you know. So I was working a full time in a restaurant as a dishwasher. And then I used to, you know, deliver newspaper in UK before I would start my shift at 10 a.m. So I was literally working 12 hours a day, sometimes 14, 15 hours a day when I was 15 years old. I was so happy. You know, a lot of people would look like this. Oh, that must have been hard. It was hard, but in my mind, I was making money because people at my age were not making money. They were relying on allowance and things like that. And in my mind, I was thinking, what if I could just work like this for the next, 15, 20 years, I could retire at the age of 40. And that was my dream. I was thinking, if I just work hard, save enough money, then I will be able to, do the things that I love doing, be able to help my sister and things like that. And I think when I turned like 22, I realized that dream was just a dream. It was a pipe dream because I started to meet people who were like, hey, this dream is not logical because most people, they don't retire at the age of 40, and you're just going to work rest of your life. And for me, obviously, I didn't know any other better way. So I just continuously started to look for better and better jobs. And I still remember that when I first got exposed to this network marketing industry, and at the age of 23, and I was thinking to myself, oh my God, someone like myself who doesn't have good education, uh, could follow a proven roadmap and become somebody. And that was a complete game changer for me because until then, I didn't know someone like myself could become somebody. Someone like myself could, you know, uh, uh, be someone that other people look up to, you know? So for me, when I saw the money part, I really didn't believe in it. But one thing I knew is that if I stick to this industry for 10 years, I will become the person that I am proud of, So I was more inspired by who I could become more than the money. And so I set a goal to myself. I said, if I just make enough money from this industry just to be able to pay my bills, pay my rent, right? I will do this business for 10 years without any complaints. And long story short, guys, first 3 years was difficult, was extremely difficult. And many of you guys, another time you'll hear our story, but it wasn't easy. But we did become successful. We became one of the top distributor in the company that we were participating in. It was a service-based company, And just like any industry, there's good and bad. And in the beginning, when you first, join a company, all you think about is what you need to do. But as you become rank up and you go closer to the corporate and things like that, you see a lot of the things that majority people do not see. So I have seen a lot of bad things in the industry. And there was a point where I was so disappointed. I said, I want to leave this industry. I cannot be part of this industry anymore. I simply don't need to because I am set for life, because I don't have an ambition to become a billionaire or something, I was, in my mind, what I achieved by the age of 27, I was like far beyond the dream that I ever had. But very soon I realized that I cannot leave this industry. This industry changed my life. And because of the decision that I made, it changed so many other people's life. And I'm telling you right now that you have no idea the decision that you're making today, the amount of life that you're about to change. If you told me 10 years ago, I would be where I am today, inspiring tens of thousands of people, help change directly or indirectly tens of thousands of people around the world, I would tell you, you are crazy, right? And that's the thing, like we cannot dream big enough, right? But your decision directly impacts so many people around the world, and no other industry can do that, right? No other industry can do that. The feeling of seeing average people becoming successful and you contribute towards that, that feeling you get it nowhere else. And when you leave that industry, you feel empty, right? You don't feel so good the way you feel in this industry. So, you know, me and my brothers, we never wish to create a network marketing company ourselves. One of my mentor, he's a part owner of QNet. And he told me something. QNet is a multi-billion-dollar network marketing company. And he said, Moin, I don't wish my worst enemy to own a network marketing company. And I was like, whoa, that's deep, you know? And he explained to me why that it's not easy to own a network marketing company. And I was happy being a distributor. I love being a distributor. I love traveling. I love helping people go from rank to rank. This is me, you know? So we never had intention to create a company, guys. But one of the things, because our first exposure to a network marketing company was a service-based company, right? And so we tried product-based companies, but we fell in love with the idea of being a tech company. But my first company, and those of you guys who don't know, it's called ACN. It's an American company. Amazing. But the only issue is that the product that we were selling, they were all third-party products, like SIM card, Virgin Media. I would knock on door to door in shops to try to get the gas and electricity change in UK, right? And although I had thousands of customers, the money was so minimal. So in 2018, we said, you know what? We need to look for a technology company, but a company that is not just good enough for today, a company that's going to be good 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 30 years from now on, because we are fed up of jumping from company to company. You know, I've done multiple companies. You know, some of you, this is your first, you know, the previous company was your first company, right? But for me, every time companies let me down, you know? And you guys realize that once you have a skill set in this industry, you can build, you can gain customers, right? But you cannot keep those customers because the company is not doing their part, right? So for us, we said, what is a tech company that we can find that really focused on not just bringing a high product that works right now, but the company is really focused on behind the scene to prepare for the future. And we couldn't find that company, right? And I always tell people this, is that if a company does $1 billion in revenue right now, I am not interested. Because at the end of the day, just because you're doing $1 billion doesn't mean you'll continue to do it if you're not doing what you need to do to prepare for the future. We have seen, because of AI, the company go out of business like this, right? So how can we, I still remember I was thinking, right, are we the right people to create this company? And I have to tell you is that if it wasn't for my brother Ehsan, who never done network marketing, his background is technology, right? We wouldn't have created this company because we understood that if a company is going to be tech driven, the founder have to have a tech background. Otherwise, it's extremely difficult to manage developers. So Ehsan was the missing piece, and we had to ask ourselves a lot of tough questions. if we are the right people for this company. Questions like, if we made no money for the next 5 years, are we willing to put every penny that we have into this company to make this company successful, right? You need to ask yourself some questions as well. What are the few questions that you need answered for you to go all in? The reality is that you cannot know everything, right? Because you guys are new. But what are the few questions that you need answers for that we are here to answer for you so that you can go all in, right? So this is what we did. We ask ourselves questions that if we are the right people to build this company. When we had answers for all of this, we needed to decide how are we going to build a long-term company that's going to be here not just for a season, but it's going to be here for the next 10, 15, and 20 years beyond. How? What do we need to do? Number one, we need to make sure we always do the right things when it comes to legality. We cannot operate on the gray zone, or we cannot operate on we cannot, some companies are like, you know what, we'll become properly legal and compliant once we have production. Now let's bring a product so we can sell the most packages, right? We said we're not going to do that. We're going to stick to either being legal or illegal. No in between. I don't like this, right? So we said we're going to be legal. And what does that mean? That meant that everything from day one, we do correctly. From day one. Guys, let me tell you something. When we talk about most companies in the world, okay, in the first years of their business, they go through challenges. Yes, they go through different. If you launch let's just say, a real estate business, you need to know what you can do, what you cannot do when it comes to legality, right? And a lot of companies, they make mistakes, and what happens? They get the warning from the regulatory bodies, they get fined, or they get shut down. This is what happens with most companies, right? But it's very common for most companies to get some level of warning and fines. We have seen the companies in our space, not only they got warning, right? But they got fined. Every single company that you know of in our space when it comes to Forex and trading education, they received warning from regulatory bodies. But what's interesting is that every single one of them got fined, right? And some of them got charged, and some of them got closed in certain places in the first 3 years of their business. We are the only company in this space last 6 years with clean record, right? I want to show you guys something really important, because last thing that I want any of you on this call to be worried about if we are compliant and legal. Because last 6 years, that's all I have done. I focus on making sure that every country that we launch, every country that we are in, we are on the right side of the law, right? So I want to show you guys something quickly so you guys understand. And I'm going to send you guys this document as well. Let me share with you. This is a document that I'm going to share with you guys. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, you guys can see this document. You see, we are not a company that didn't get warning. Here's the reality of our business, is that many authorities around the world, they misunderstand what we do, right? They misunderstand, and that's very natural. But whenever any authorities had misunderstanding, we always clarified every single one of their concerns. And when we did that, there was no further action. Versus the companies that you are familiar with, they got fined, okay? And they got charged. We're the only company didn't, right? I'll give you an example. There are some authorities, before they put out any warning, they contact us. A good example is Italy. Italy is one of the most strictest country when it comes to financial education, when it comes to network marketing in general. What I love about them that they reached out to us first. And when they did, and we explained our product and services, our business, guess what? You will not find a single warning from the Italian authorities about us, right? Because that's how they operate. And we've been there for 5 years, right? If you look at New Zealand, we're the only company, right? We were able to get the New Zealand authority to remove the warning that they published about us. The company that you are familiar with has so much of this warning in their website until now, right? When we talk about Quebec, there's many companies got banned from it. We didn't, right? We received warning from Colombia. The companies that many of you are familiar with, they don't have business in Colombia after they received their warning. They left that market, right? But when it comes to us, we continuously do convention after convention after convention, right? So what makes us strong as a company is not the fact that people don't doubt us. We have doubters, we have naysayers, but every single time we win. Why? Because we have fixed things internally from day one. People can say whatever they want outside, but if everybody was to go check logically according to the law, we would win every single time. How many of you guys know of Amway? Like, drop a number one if you heard of Amway. You know, Amway is an incredible network marketing company. They are the biggest in the world. And Amway wasn't the first network marketing guys. The Amway wasn't the first network marketing company. Amway was the company who did things correctly. And when they did things correctly, authorities did give them a lot of warnings. And authorities even took them to the court. But guess what? They won. They won. And because they won in the court, today network marketing is growing everywhere in the world, right? Because back then, network marketing wasn't seen as something like authorities didn't understand this industry. But when they did win, what happened? They went to a whole different level. So for us, whenever we receive a warning, it doesn't stop us. We always go to the next level because our people can see that we always win. And we're so confident that if anybody was ever to drag us to any court, we will win. Versus all the other companies, when they got dragged to the court, they lost. Because guess what? They did promote products that was not that's supposed to be regulated. They did have the compensation plan that was not compliant. One of the most important things as business owners that we must understand is the fact that we have a responsibility to understand what is legal and what is not legal. Most of us, we start this business, right? And we don't have to do any of that. And then we get worried when someone says, oh, is the company legal? I don't think it's legal. You get worried because you don't understand what makes a product legal and what makes a product illegal, right? And what I encourage every single one of you to check, is our product compliant? Right? We created a very comprehensive course on what makes our product legal, what makes it illegal in your specific country. And you can go check that with a lawyer. Does it make sense? When you go through that course, when you understand what makes a compensation plan legal and what makes a compensation plan illegal, then you don't have to take my word from it, right? I don't have to convince you. You will come from a place of knowing. And when you come from a place of knowing, you have unshakable belief. No one can stop you from achieving your goals because you understand what you're doing in your heart is correct, right? And that's how confident we are. The course is available in English in WOW platform. It will be soon available in Germany because I want everyone to be educated. And we are the first one, guys, to create a comprehensive course like this. And every time we speak to the authorities, like we educate them. Do you guys understand? Even the authorities, they're just human beings like us. They don't sometimes always have all the knowledge. So they can make a mistake and then they can misunderstand our business and then they can put out a warning. But guess what? Once they look at our business, they always back off. Hopefully, this is not too much information for you guys, but I truly believe that if you're looking for a home, right, you want to make sure that you as a leader confident about that you are part of the right company. And one of the ways that you know a company you're part of is a company like us who has a clean record. Guys, we did not start B yesterday. We've been here for 6 years. So we have a proven track record of success. You know, we are the first company in the world of this space to be approved by Direct Selling Association. Okay, let me repeat that again. Direct Selling Association is there to protect network marketing companies like us. Okay, because a lot of authorities, they do not understand our business model, right? So they are there to protect us, but they are also there to protect you. If we do something wrong, you can report the company to the Direct Selling Association here in UAE. And we've been a full member with them since 2021, right? So 2020, full member of Direct Selling Association, right? Guys, these are our legal presence around the world. These are all public information. We are not just a Dubai company. No, we have offices in Brazil, French Polynesia, Costa Rica, UAE. We've been in USA for 5 years, right? 5 years in USA. We are in Singapore, right? We just recently launched Morocco. Okay. Why did we launch Morocco with the entity? We didn't have to do it. Leaders told us, guess what leaders told us? We need a better way to pay because people in Morocco like to pay with cash. We realized for you to pay in cash in Morocco, you need an entity, you need bank accounts, you need to work with the authorities. We have done all of this. And now guess what? In Morocco, you can walk in and you can pay cash. We partnered with the biggest payment processor in Morocco called Wafa Cash. Here in Dubai, we have people, we partnered up with companies like Tabi, where you can pay in installment. We have over 15 different payment gateways. We never had payout issues. We have we can pay you in any way you want, whether it's PayPal bank account, crypto, you name it, debit card, right? So the last thing I want anyone on this call to be ever worried about is legality, right? I get passionate about this topic quite a lot. Okay, so let's talk about it. If a company says that they want to be here for the next 10, 15, and 20 years, anyone can talk, but you need to build that foundation. This is exactly what we have done. We have built a solid foundation from day one. From day one. This is why we have a clean record. When it comes to other companies, they never had solid foundation from day one. They first waited to grow and then they worked on solid foundation, right? Who paid the price? The distributors. I never wanted a leader to come to me and say, because of you, we are in trouble. You know, because I've been in that situation. I've been in that situation. Company let me down. And you know what I said in the beginning? I said, I am not capable to build this foundation. You know, I am going to hire the best of the best. And guess what? The first CEO of the company, it wasn't me. We hired a German CEO, okay, because he had huge experience, more credibility than me, worked for Fortune 500 companies, because a lot of people like to sell you their credibility. A lot of people like to share that they are billionaires, right? And that's why they are the right founder for their company. But here's the reality, ladies and gentlemen, that network marketing, it's not like any other business. We don't have something called exit plan. There's a lot of people out there, they create a business and they think about their profit. Am I making profit? No, if I'm not making profit in this market, we're not going to invest. Guys, did you know that in New Zealand, we don't even have distributors and we got warning? Did we just stop there? We still invested money with our lawyers to get that thing removed, So we never do things because we think, oh, is profit coming in? We think differently. We do not have an exit plan. We created this company for a selfish reason. Okay, what is that selfish reason? I wanted a home for myself. Me and my brothers, we wanted a home for ourselves, that we didn't want it to jump from one thing to another thing. This is why. And I have to tell you, B is the company that I've been in the longest. And I am going to be in this company since, when I'm 80 years old, I will be walking with the stick on the stage, okay, to congratulate you guys. Because that's what I love about B. I love going to convention because I get there, I can hear your stories, But last 6 years, I had to make a decision. And what is that decision? I said, you know what? I'm not going to do meeting like this. Guys, it's recently only I started working with the leaders like this. Before that, you will not find me. Why? Because for me, the corporate foundation was more important. Making the product more important was more important than closing leaders, right? Because I knew the right leaders will come when we are ready, right lead. And this is exactly what's happening right now. We have proven ourselves in the last 6 years. And our vision, what is our vision? We want to create a place of work for 10 million people by 2032. And that includes for customers, because customers can come, learn a skill set and make money. Distributors can come and make money. Our educators, how the vision we have for our educators is so different, okay? Because they have ambitions too. And we said, you guys, yes, you're getting paid salaries and things like that, but you're going to get paid way more when you add more value. Wait till you come to our convention and you see what happens. We have built this to have everybody in mind. Did you guys know we have 90% retention in our corporate? 90%. There are people left in our corporate team, employees, and you can meet them here in Dubai. They will tell you their stories. They left B, went to work for $1 billion company, and then a year later, they came back. We have educators left B, and then a year later, they came back. 2 years later, they came back. I always tell people that B, all roads lead back to B because this is your home. If you come here for 1 year, 2 years, that's okay. I thank you. And I am so grateful for you guys joining B. Like, you cannot imagine how grateful I am, because this is still the beginning of what B is going to be. Very much the beginning. So you guys never have to thank me. I have leaders coming, guys, B is so great. I'm like, trust me. Like, I am grateful for you for choosing, trusting in us, believing in us, joining B. If you stay in B for 10 years, then you can come and thank me, because I know by then, not only you change your life, you change your family's life, and you changed a future generation, right? I know for a fact, right? So how are we going to achieve that vision of creating a place of work for 10 million people by 2032. How? It's very simple, guys. Our competition is not other network marketing company. In my opinion, you cannot evaluate a network marketing company, how good they are based on how many customers they have. You cannot evaluate that because leaders know how to build. Once you acquire skill set, look what you have done. It's impressive what you have done, right? It's really impressive. So I know leaders can build, but how you know a company is good if their product is in comparison to other products that are non-network marketing companies, right? So our competition is not other network marketing companies. Our competition is companies like eToro. They have 30 million users, but they are limited to social trading. And there's a conflict of interest. And I don't want to go into details because, look, in Toro, people can do social trading, but they don't care if people made money or lose money because they make money when you deposit money. In B, you cannot deposit money in B. There's no investment. You use SageMaster as a software. You use education platform, right? And so the only way we grow as a company if customers are making money, if customers are using the product. There's no conflict of interest. The best business is when there is no conflict of interest, everybody's business is aligned. Could we have done broker business? Absolutely, yes. Could we have promoted brokers? Absolutely, yes. We would have made more money as a company, but never see us do that. We've never done it. You never see us buying another broker or something like that, right? Because there's a conflict of interest. They're two different things. We're going to focus on education and software, right? So I truly believe that because our product, and I shared it on my last call, just on SageMaster last 30 days, we had 124,000 people logged in and stayed in there. Sorry, 124,000 times they logged in and stayed in there of average of 10 minutes. Not many companies can say that. You see, the reason network marketing have a bad name is because you have a bunch of people joining, not because of the product, but because of the opportunity. The reason network marketing has bad name, even for product-based companies, they are buying the product not because they need the product, they want the product. They are buying because they like the opportunity of network marketing. And that's why network marketing gets a bad name, right? So future of network marketing is customer-led. And we have the evidence, guys. We have done, when we launched SageMaster 1.0, right? We only did $100 million in transaction volume, right? And by the convention time, which was like 5 months ago, we did $1 billion in 2024, $1 billion in transaction volume. So here's what I want. This is what I want to finish this off with, so that you guys are crystal clear of where we are right now and where we are heading. Think of this like this. When Netflix first launched in 2000, they had rental DVDs, right? But it wasn't until 2010 when they launched the streaming service, they went into momentum and they became a household name. If you look at Amazon, they were just, there was a book library in 90s, but it wasn't until 2000 and 2010 when they launched Amazon Prime and AWS, they became a household name. They are not competing, they dominate the market, right? If you look at Apple, right? It wasn't until 2007 when they launched the iPhone, they became a household name. Today, iPhone is the fastest trillion-dollar company to have hit $1 trillion. How many of you guys use iPhone on this room? I mean, here's what I know. can we all agree? I know we all complain, right? Every time new iPhone comes in, I'm like, oh my God, this is the same shit. Same one we are buying again. Why? But we buy it anyway. But reality is that here's the thing. Can we all agree that iPhone 1 comparing to iPhone 16 is much better than iPhone 1, correct? iPhone 1 didn't even work initially properly versus iPhone 16. Why did iPhone become the first trillion-dollar company? Why? Because they focused on one product and they continuously improved that product gradually. And they owned the product, so they were able to innovate and make gradual improvement. And this is why Samsung cannot even come close to them, although Samsung has so much better features in so many instances, but they bought simplicity and they focused on one thing, right? And today they are a giant in the industry. What are we doing here in B? We launched with simply an education platform with manual application, copy and paste. And then in 2023, we launched Sage Master 1.0. And we did only $100 million in transaction volume in just on the cryptocurrency side. And then Sage Master 2.0, we launched in 2024 beginning. And in the Budapest convention, we launched Sage Master 3.0. So right now, the Sage Master you see is already at 3.0. And we have already reached the $2 billion mark in transaction volume. I want you guys to imagine what would happen when we launch Sage Master 4, right? What would happen when we launch Sage Master 5? What would happen when we launch Sage Master 6? What would happen when we launch Sage Master 16? I want you to imagine what would happen, because we are literally leading the innovation. We are not catching up with the innovation. Many companies say they are AI company nowadays since ChatGPT was launched. But did you guys know that we launched Sage Master with AI before ChatGPT was launched? Right? Before all this came about? We are talking about we are staying ahead of the game, because the biggest thing we have achieved in the last 6 years is a solid team of corporate team members, you know, and passionate people building the products, passionate people. And we solidified our legal presence around the world. And we made a commitment to ourselves, no matter which country that we go into, we will always do it by being right side of the law. Always. Like, why are we not in South Korea? Because we are not ready. It has specific requirement. Why we are in Europe? Because we are very much legal and compliant in Europe. So with that being said, guys, I'm so excited for what's about to happen. I'm so excited for you guys, because I personally haven't seen this amount of great leaders in my career. The amount of hard work that they are putting in, you know, when they came over to B, they were happy. They were making money, guys. Most people will not take such a step. It's a big risk, you know, but they thought, oh my God, I need to think about the future of my team, and I need to think about the future of the new people that's coming in, because I am not leaving this industry. So I'm telling you right now that you made the right decision for your team. And if your team doesn't follow you in here, that's okay, because you still made the right decision for your future team, because your future team is way bigger than the team that you have right now. At least you doing your part by letting them know that what you are about to do, period. It doesn't matter who says no. It's about your vision, your goal, you're sold out, and just wait till 12th of January what we are launching. Wait till Barcelona convention what we're launching. You know, the B that people know in 2024 is not going to be the same after 12th of January. We are always going to the next level because we focus on corporate. We don't take credit for the field leadership because that's on you guys. You know, it's like I'm just there to support you guys, but you're doing the work. So with that being said, thank you. Thank you so much for listening to me. Welcome home. I'm so excited to meet many of you in our future events.
Easy, easy, easy. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, Moin, for this call. Guys, just think about it. We had the opportunity today to have a call with the CEO of our new company that we are launching with, which shouldn't be taken for granted. So please appreciate it. Please be grateful about it. If you have taken like videos of Moin, post it on Instagram, tag him, okay? Let him know that we are here. Let him know that we want to build B. Let him know that this is our home and that we want to welcome as many people as we can as possible to this new home because I think each and every person on this earth should be part of B. So thank you, Moin, for this call. Our CEO on the call. This is crazy, guys. So this would be it from today's call. I appreciate everyone and see you guys in future.